this case appears to be mainly about the strategic environment of the global beer and lager market, but this is not entirely correct. In 2010, the market was worth around 130 to 200 billion US dollars. Compound annual growth was around 3.5% between 2005 and 2009, and the world's 4 largest brewing companies held around 50% of the world market. You might think that this was a useful analysis of step 1 of strategic environment, and in a sense you'd be right, but in another way this completely misses the point from a strategy analysis perspective. Although it's certainly worthwhile looking at each of the 10 steps of a strategic environmental analysis for this market, the case really focuses on only 3 areas. First, the mature state of the product life cycle. Is the market really mature? Well, it's actually declining in the West, but it's still growing relatively fast in some parts of the world. What does this mean for strategy? Well, maybe companies need 2 strategies. One for the declining mature markets, and another for the growing markets in other parts of the world. Second, and following on from this, it's about market competition in mature markets. How do companies compete? On price, on branding, on offering local as well as global brands, on launching premium brands. In addition, the case shows that each of the 4 companies has particular strengths in different regions of the world. The USA, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, Asia, and so on. What does this mean for future strategy? How do companies focus on where they are strong in the world? Or do they perhaps even build into new geographical areas? And if so, how do they do this? By acquisition strategy, which is often expensive, or by building brands, which is usually slower but cheaper? Third, in this case, it's about segmentation and positioning. On the one hand, building global premium brands like Budweiser and Carlsberg. On the other hand, local brands for each national market, like Snow in China. But ultimately, this case is about strategies in relatively mature markets. For example, market consolidation through acquisitions and mergers. Finding market niches that are worth growing. Building new plants to achieve lower cost economies of scale. Developing local brands to meet local demand. And finally, considering whether it's wise to compete on price, which might reduce the profits for all the companies in the marketplace. Case 3 on SAB Miller gives an example in North America of why price strategy can be poor strategy for some companies.